Hi, my name is Jason Cohen. I'm the Dean for the Faculty of Commerce, Law and Management here at Wits. I'm also a Professor of Information Systems. Thanks very much for this opportunity to chat about AI and to add my thoughts. Artificial intelligence is certainly attracting significant interest of late, as we're debating its potential to transform business and society and consider its implications for the future of business and workers. It's unfortunate that much of today's media feeds into a dystopian view of AI as ushering in mass unemployment, where companies will implement widespread cutting of jobs in favor of increased AI investment, and project the notion that organizations are eager to substitute their workers for AI in ways that will impact everyone from white-collar workers through entry-level workers. This narrative is, of course, leaving many university students uncertain over AI impacts and what this means today for their study choices and whether there will be jobs available to them after graduation. I do not believe students should be concerned in the ways projected by some media, nor should they be persuaded that the recent actions of some companies to lay off large amounts of employees will set a tone for the longer term. I expect that there will be a strong correction away from this idea that AI is a useful substitution for human talent. And this is because organizations know that they cannot hope to differentiate themselves and benefit in the long run from substituting valuable and unique pools of human resource talent for a technology that can be easily obtained, copied, and implemented by others. AI on its own cannot be a source of differentiation for any firm. But that does not mean that we won't see some job displacement, which always occurs with every technology revolution that refreshes jobs and makes way for new ones. But the largest impact of AI will be in changing how we work at a task level, which is something Nobel laureate Doron Acemoglu has written a lot about. I find that to think about the ways AI will impact our tasks and change the skills we need, it's useful to reflect on the possible roles that AI can play alongside humans. Of course, we have the agency to decide which of these roles we actually want to bring to realization. In describing these roles for you, I draw a lot from a piece of work written in the 1980s by Bader and Edwards and their colleagues. That work was quite prescient in outlining roles for AI. Now, you might think it's strange that I'm referencing something from nearly 40 years ago when thinking about roles for AI today. But what we need to remember is that although people tend to associate the birth of AI with OpenAI's release of ChatGPT onto the world stage in late 2022, work on artificial intelligence actually dates back around 75 years to the early 1950s. And over this time, a great deal of thought work occurred into the sorts of roles intelligent systems might take on and how they would influence our lives, our jobs and work, if the technology was ever to reach the point of true intelligence. And so both in academia, but also admittedly in science fiction, a great deal of useful thought work occurred into how intelligent technology would operate alongside humans. And writers were imagining that if we could build such advanced technologies, what roles might we want them to play? I guess what's good about that history is that it gave us a good head start, so that in many ways technology today is catching up to the ideas of yesteryear. So the first and simplest role imagined, and the one which we are most familiar today, is that of the AI assistant, invoked by the human to perform selected tasks at their discretion, and where the human user retains the capability and the judgment to decide when to invoke the assistant and whether to accept or modify the work. This idea is evident in many generative AI chatbot tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, and others, with Microsoft even calling their version of this type of AI your co-pilot. But there are many other roles that were imagined and which we may be less familiar. For example, one idea was that of the AI critic. The idea here is for the AI to review work completed by us as humans to detect problems. Perhaps it's a problem of accuracy or completeness in our solutions, or perhaps a problem with the feasibility or safety of something we've designed. Or perhaps it's a need to analyze the long-term sustainability of a solution based on its underlying components and the possible threats the design poses to the environment, or the vulnerabilities that might be present in a product supply chain due to environmental or geopolitical dynamics. The AI critic might go so far as to generate alternative solutions for consideration, perhaps one that is more sustainable. I think product design is a great example of where the AI critic can function well, but I think there are many other areas of application for any sort of product, service, or process design. Think of all the mistakes we could have avoided in designing products of the past. Then there's a role for AI to act as a trusted colleague, to offer a second opinion. Here's a scenario where AI independently executes its tasks and compares its results with those of the human, allowing the human to retain discretion, along with professional responsibility and accountability. We've noticed the remarkable potential of AI in areas like medical diagnosis, where AI can act as a second opinion to doctors, such as radiologists. But this role for AI can be similarly useful in other professional scenarios, such as engineering or accounting or law, where a trusted colleague is often asked to be a second pair of eyes on a tricky problem. Taking the idea slightly further, AI could also be trained to act as an expert consultant, offering support similar to that of a supervisor or highly experienced professional, but where such a person is not readily available, which is typical in resource-constrained settings and remote regions. This sort of AI will offer advice on how the human can proceed in a tricky situation. For example, I came across a case study for Salesforce CRM software, which illustrates that when a sales representative is unsure about how to follow up with a prospective customer, they can turn to the inbuilt AI expert consultant for a recommendation, some advice on the next best action. But this same role could support paramedics in the field or frontline maintenance workers that can benefit from advice on their next best action. Another role for AI that is also becoming a reality is that of the AI tutor or coach. This AI can help train workers to hone their skills and improve their overall performance, such as AI simulating another person and helping humans to role-play interactions, such as with a customer or client. Of course, AI coaches are already active in lifestyle and fitness instruction, but also being envisaged to help coach executive leaders with their strategy formulation and their communication with employees, investors, and other stakeholders. Two other roles are also worth mentioning. AI teammates that can work independently in executing tasks in support of team goals, and interdependently, just like human teammates. Imagine an AI teammate joining its human teammate and acting autonomously based on the conversation, such as to retrieve a document mentioned in a call, or to draft a quotation in real time based on the conversation flow with a customer, or reschedule the execution of a real-world transaction, like a delivery, based on the discussions. Perhaps an extension of this is the AI team leader, which, like a human team leader, could assign tasks and coordinate team activities and schedules. While the AI team leader may still be some ways off, it's not too far a stretch to imagine. For example, we're already familiar with digital platforms like food delivery apps, where the technology coordinates the efforts of a number of humans when it acts to assign the order task to the restaurant and staff, and schedule and assign the delivery task to a driver, specify the delivery route, prompts the merchant to respond to a customer query, and many other activities to achieve a goal for the customer. This sort of analogy is already being used in the literature to suggest that an AI team leader may not be as far off as we think. Even if some of these examples sound unfamiliar or undesirable to you right now, one thing you'll notice from all my examples is that I have not suggested AI as a substitute for humans. AI is positioned in roles that help to augment and extend human potential, and this is deliberate. Going back to my opening remarks, like many technologies that have come before, AI technologies will soon be ubiquitous, cheap enough, and readily available for adoption by all firms. It will become fairly inexpensive over time, and different AI models will be easily substitutable, like we already see where one LLM does not confer significant advantages over another. They become more standardized. So what this means is that investments into AI capital alone will not yield long-term competitive advantages or points of differentiation for any firm. Successful companies inherently know this. They know that only human skills and capabilities complementing AI will confer advantages to their businesses in the long run. So while it seems now that the race is all about AI, the race will soon be a race for human talent that is able to complement AI. Organizations that are not replenishing their human talent pipeline with new skills and workers will pay dearly in the long run, as they will struggle to catch up with those operating with a strong complementary system of humans alongside AI. The various examples that I gave earlier for AI roles will each have their own implications and demands for corresponding human talents and skills. While it's not yet clear which of these roles are likely to take root, it's obvious that the new jobs and new tasks will emerge for human employees collaborating with AI, and there's a growing sense that in this process, AI will create more jobs than it displaces. For example, who will certify and credential the AI expert? Who will ensure accountability when AI is used as a second opinion? Who will audit and mitigate risks in the reasoning of AI critics? Who will build organizational cultures and ready workers for the psychological acceptance of AI teammates? Who will train AI tutors to be effective coaches? Who will determine the qualities required of AI team leaders to make them accepted and successful in different scenarios? These are all sorts of jobs that do not yet exist en masse, but will become increasingly sought after. While I've presented some possible roles for AI, not all may emerge, and there may be others I haven't considered. But in all cases, we must dismantle the feeling of AI determinism that we increasingly confront. The feeling that AI is the driver, determining how we will progress as a society. Instead, we should collectively insist that we have the agency and the responsibility to shape AI in the ways that progress our human values.